Hello everyone and welcome to another video. I just got back from work and before the sun goes down and gets too dark, I'm gonna go outside and fly the drone and then we'll carry on with the rest of our video talking about computers. So let's go fly that drone. That was a pretty fun flight. Not much happened. I was just flying around from like the roof of my house because I didn't really want to go out because it's so kind of windy. So I didn't want to fly down canals or anything like that. I will save that for a day when it's not windy. But the rest of today's video is going to be on a little different subject. It's going to be on computers and how I got into them and how I got into gaming and kind of where I've gone with that and where it's taken me and my progression throughout the years, kind of like where I started with computers, my first computer, and how I built that up, and then where I am now, what computer I have now, and everything like that. The only unfortunate part is I don't have any video of my other, like my older computers or anything like that. So I'm just gonna show you guys a bunch of photos and kind of talk over them, explaining what they are and a little bit about each one and what's going on in the photo. So excuse the photos, they're not all the same size because I had to get some of them off Instagram, so it like resized them and everything. But enjoy nonetheless. Tell me what you guys think and what you'd like to see in the future. Maybe I'll also do another video on my audio setup, like this stuff here, and where I started with that and what I'm using now and how I've got it set up and everything and what I use to record voice. I've recently got into that as well, and I've been learning a lot about that. It's really interesting stuff. I really enjoy learning all this unique stuff. So, without further ado, let's dive into the computer stuff, shall we? Okay, so starting off, we have what was my first computer, basically. This was kind of a junkyard computer, you could say. A Frankenstein PC is what I call it, what me and my friends called it. I started off getting all the parts from one of my friend's dads who had an auction house, and they had a bunch of spare PC parts there, and he said I could have some of them because they weren't selling. So I got an old case. I got an old like dual core, like I forget the exact model number, but it was overclockable, and I managed to get it working and overclock the CPU. And then I was like, oh, I gotta paint my case because this does not look gamery. It looks like a grandmother's computer. So I painted my case and I stuck a Razer logo on it. You can see that little green sticker in the front of it just down there. But that was my first PC. I actually used that at LANs a lot, and it was pretty good. It actually played things. It was stronger than it looked. Then I eventually got 2 monitors, got that going because you need 2 monitors if you're gonna be a PC enthusiast. And then I went over to the States to visit at that time my girlfriend, who is now my wife. I got the opportunity to be able to build a brand new computer. Those are the parts that I chose there. It was actually quite a strong computer at the time. It's still really strong. It's pretty much top of the line except for a couple things. So that was my first ever step into like the high-end PCs. And it turned out looking pretty good. Of course, I had to get blue lights for it, because what kind of computer would it be without blue lights? And then for my birthday one year, I got a case upgrade. I went from a smaller case to this NZXT H440 case because I wanted eventual space to water cool. So I got a bigger case. And there's a little comparison between the sizes of the cases there. I also like the cleaner look of the H440. It's one of the reasons why I went for it. So that's what the build looked like when I moved it over to my new case. Looks pretty snazzy if I do say so myself. I started upgrading my peripherals, like I got a new mouse, has 12 buttons on the side, because I can't live without 12 buttons on my mouse. I got a mechanical keyboard. I mainly got that because I wanted a keyboard that would last a while, and mechanical keyboards are just cool. With all this stuff, I really loved the kind of social aspect of PCs and the community. So I would go to LANs a lot. This is actually one of the LANs I went to. My friends and I put it together. It was actually right after my wife left after our wedding, because she had to go back to America and I couldn't move back yet. So I was like, guys, I need a pick me up. So we hosted a LAN that was like all night long. It was good fun. But I went to a lot of those. LANs are something that I really enjoy, and I have a lot of good memories. Lugging my PC around, heading to those. And here you can see I started upgrading my setup, and actually like I would watch a lot of videos on YouTube about setups and like the best setups, and I would try to emulate those, and I started upgrading my setup and working on that. I got a bigger desk, had better cable management holes. I actually ended up drilling a hole in it to put my keyboard and mouse wires through. And here you can see the build on the new desk. It's a lot more spacious, a lot less cluttered, more clean looking. And then I put LEDs on the desk because it's awesome, and I actually want to do that again. I need to buy some more LEDs to put on my desk. Then I started to improve the aesthetics of my PC even more. I got braided cables, which you don't need, but I like how they look. There you go. You can see it looks a lot better with those. It's another one of those things about like PC enthusiast, like being a PC enthusiast, you get things you don't need because it looks better, and you kind of like upgrade your hobby, and you put money into your passion even where other people think it's unnecessary, but you want to do it anyway. Here's where my setup was a couple like months ago, in my new apartment in the US. So I still had the old case. I did upgrade my graphics card, and then I actually took my computer to North Carolina with me, and I plugged it in and started up the first day we got there, and it wouldn't boot, and that was pretty bad. And I was really, really worried that my motherboard had fried or something like that, and I would have to go out and buy a whole new motherboard. But it turned out that my case had gotten bent when we flew over to the States, and for some reason it was like shorting out the motherboard or something. So I figured that out by pulling everything out of my computer, building it up on a box, and it ran. And then I did a lot of stress tests and everything. I overclocked my computer to just make sure it was like fully stressed out, and I ended up buying a new case, which is the Enthoo Evolve ATX Tempered Glass Edition, and my PC has been running pretty strong ever since. Alright, I'm just going to drop some footage of my current setup in and show you guys what that looks like. Alright, we have reached the end of the day and the end of the video. Thanks for sticking around if you've made it this far. I know it was kind of a longer video than usual, and it was full of pictures rather than a lot of video. I tried to make the pictures as interesting as I could, but I mean, in the end, they're just pictures, and it's really hard to make those super interesting. But I just really wanted to share with you guys my journey with computers and where I started. I mean, I gained interest in them when I was really little, and as time has gone on, I've just become more and more interested in them. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more computer videos in the future, and tech videos in general. I do have a new camera coming early this next coming month, and I'll do a video on that and show you guys that the quality of these videos is going to go way through the roof, which I'm super excited for. But yeah, I just really want to share my love and passion for computers and technology with you guys. So expect a lot more of those videos in the future, as well as regular vlog content. Leave a like if you liked the video, dislike it if you didn't like it, and leave a comment down below what you'd like to see next. And subscribe to see what I post. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Night.